It shouldn't really feel like, yeah, he choked me, but it was kind of by accident. It just was so abusive, I kind of felt like I had to tap. It was cranking my neck, it was on my jawbone. It should actually feel like, quite literally, I could feel that I was gonna go unconscious. So, chokes. Let's look at chokes. We have chokes from the bottom, we have chokes from the top, and we have chokes from standing. Because a blood choke is anytime we can cut off the circulation on each side of the neck. Pure and simple. And the better we cut that circulation off, the faster they go unresponsive, which is why we have something such as sloppy chokes. So we get a hand here and a hand here, and we're just grinding. And for lack of better anything else, the person kind of drizzles into a choke. Or maybe we've crossed an arm across their face and we're causing pain on their lip, but it really wasn't a blood choke. But if you're able to sink a palm side up into the collar and slip underneath and get the same identical move on the other side, it really shouldn't take much more than a twist of the wrists in, not pulling so much as just bringing the wrists in to finish. And the reason behind that is because this right here is getting driven in to their carotid artery. Okay? So taking this apart piece by piece, fundamentally that doesn't get any more complicated than that. So whether or not I'm doing kind of a modified choke where I bring my arm across to the other side, right? All these little fancy things, the point still remains the same. I've cut off the blood on both sides of his neck and occluded his circulation of blood to the brain. Now the difference is if I get messy with it, I'm going to burn my arms out, I'm going to exhaust myself, and they may still not go unconscious. Okay, so we really have to keep that in mind. For so many times, coach, hey, I thought I got him in a good spot, and as I'm wrestling around, I'm squeezing, my arms were burning out, and he just wasn't tapping. Well, you didn't have a blood choke. And clearly they have built up a resistance to discomfort, and so they didn't tap out. It is what it is. It's reality. We understand, and we've talked about before, street ready is we have to protect ourselves from these swinging hands, to defend ourselves from strikes. We can do that by reaching over though. I can do that by holding one over and grabbing this wrist and then inserting my hand. One of the things I like to do is I like to disconnect my feet so that I can cant my hips a little bit and drive my wrist in deeper. I don't let them out of my guard though, I just let it loose enough to cant my hips, and then I bring it right back in again. Notice how deep that was? So I really need to get in there. And to do that, even if I'm defending against punches, I like to let go of that so I can kind of turn at an angle and get back here on the tag of their jacket. That's where I want my first finger to be, and my thumb. And then from there, I bring it right back again. I'm 50% of the way there. Now from here, I have a really good handle and I have a good closed guard. And I can then pull them in, leave enough space, and come in underneath. Notice I cant my body again and reach deep. I'm trying to connect my two fingers to each other. Now I hook up and draw this down as I bring my wrists in. It shouldn't really feel like, yeah, he choked me, but it was kind of by accident. Like, it just was so abusive, I kind of felt like I had to tap. It was cranking my neck, it was on my jawbone. It should actually feel like, quite literally, I didn't feel any discomfort anywhere. I could feel that I was going to go unconscious. I felt this pressure in my neck, holding the blood up in my head, and within a few seconds, I felt like I was going to see stars if I didn't tap. That's when you know that you got an actual technical blood choke. And the reason we want that technical, actual blood choke is because it takes minimal effort to finish. Because all we're having to do is put pressure in on the carotid valleys in the neck.